Well, from the deep oceans to fears of deepening debt. Let's go to today's poll position. Hella.
Credit card spending in China is up a startling 40% in the first 9 months of the year compared to the same period last year. That's good news for Beijing's efforts to boost domestic spending, central to the government's efforts to minimise the fallout from the global financial crisis. But that rapid rise is also causing concern. The central bank recently released statistics showing that in the first 3 quarters, credit card debt that hasn't been repaid for more than 6 months has reached $1 billion.
Well, it's a number that pales in comparison with outstanding consumer debt in the U.S., but it has prompted concerns that China's mounting credit card debt could trigger deeper economic problems in the future. Here's a look at today's poll position. The survey company Data100 asked Chinese about their credit card habits. Here's some of those questions and some of the results. Well, the first question from the survey company was, how many credit cards do you have? 46% of respondents, almost half of them, say they, in fact, have credit cards. Well, none, 17% responded to that.
OK. When asked how often they go over their limit, 49%, that again, almost half of those questioned, said they never go over their limit, with only 4% saying that they always go over.
And finally, they responded to the statement, "I always repay on time." 93% agreed with that statement, that they in fact pay before the balance is charged interest. On the other end of that spectrum, "I repay after 6 months." 1% responded that they miss those payment deadlines and therefore will take some interest as well. Plenty of comments on this as well.
Yeah, we have one respondent saying that credit card borrowing is now such a problem in China it could lead to another financial crisis.
Another person writes that the bank's credit card departments must take responsibility. Their policies are not very strict and they give out credit card accounts too easily, especially to some people who may not be able to afford it.
Absolutely. We've got another comment saying that banks consider having more credit cards as a sign of success, so they are willing to give people credit cards, perhaps explaining some of the cultural significance here in China.
One final comment. Young people in China have different consumption concepts. They are becoming more like Westerners and spending the money that they will earn instead of actually saving it. But they don't understand the concept of credit Western countries. Just finally, to put this into perspective, 40 cents of every dollar in China of disposable income here is saved, as opposed to the U.S., where only 3% is actually saved. And it's obviously led to so many credit problems in the United States as well. Bankruptcy is not protected here either. So if someone is facing steep bankruptcy issues, they could, in fact, end up in jail.
Absolutely. Well, stay tuned. BON News continues after this.